The date is February 22nd, 2019. This is the scheduled meeting of ITSC 2309. We're in a terrible situation here. I've just been talking for 50 minutes and have forgotten to turn on my recorder. Therefore, the first 50 minutes of the class period today is not recorded. And I'm going to say yet because I'm going to go home. I'm not going to try to record it on the train. There's too much noise on the train. So when I get home or when I get, the time to sit down, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do the recording. It is module 5, I believe. Is it? I think it's 6. Module 6, Introduction to the Outer Join. And I will, I promise I will cover that, and it will be posted by the end of the day. The recording will be posted. Probably I will, tell you what I'll do, I'll turn it on at 6 o'clock and record, and then that way if anybody that missed lecture today if you missed the lecture today, you won't know about it, will you? Anyway, I'll get this one up right away. And so let's see, what are we talking about now? I said I was going to cover some stuff when we came back, and I guess the important one that we need to talk about that's coming up is, next thing coming around on the guitar, is test 1. Now test 1 is not enabled yet. So I'm going to enable at this point. I'm going to publish practice test 1. Turn you off, definitely turn test 1 off. Okay, test 1 discussion, I'm going to turn on. I will publish the solutions to test 1. And that means that they'll come out, they're not going to be out there right away. So test 1, you get a few points for doing it. Where you're really going to get your points for doing test 1 is you're going to get them on the test. Because people who do it make a lot more than 5 points on the test. So you get 5 points for doing the practice test, which whoopee doodle, I mean, that's like, get 5 points for doing the discussion. So it's not a big deal. And for those of you who are in I'm only on the, this is the face-to-face class where I'm doing this. I'm going to go turn it on for the online class right now also. So practice test 1 is enabled. Practice test 1 discussion is enabled. Practice test 1 solutions are not enabled yet, but they will be. Then I'm going to turn on practice test 1. I'm going to assign practice test 1. When will I assign it? I would like to assign it after next Friday's class. So we have time to come back and discuss the outer join, discuss the practice test 1, and I will turn on practice test 1 solutions. And you say, well, gee, why can't I just copy the solutions and turn them in? And I give you 5 points. Yeah, right. That's not going to help you much. Okay. So you should do practice test 1. Can you guys see it okay? Can you get to it now? Try it and see if you can get to it. And with that in mind, so if you look at practice test 1, you will see that it is basically I have several versions of the test, And what I do is I will cycle version that I gave last semester will become the practice test. And then then they move on. So every now as I work it down, sometimes I'll recycle questions. What's going to be on there? What have I really covered this semester? What do we do first?
We create tables.
We created tables. Actually, we talked about the foreign key and the primary key and what they were. And we talked about the what are the three primary rules of database, i.e., no duplicate records. Records are accessed by content only, not by their position. What else? Let's see, no duplicate records. Oh yes, a field has exactly one value. And we said, hey, you know, these rules are sometimes broken. If they are, I'm not going to be sure that I can call it a database. If you build a table and you don't put a primary key on it, it'll still work. I'm not going to call it a database, but I guess you can if you want to. It's yours. If you're going to see that people will put things like, you're going to see questions in here of find the go in and get just the I've got a field with first name comma last name comma space first name, and I want just the first names. So you have to go in there, find the comma, the space, and then find the first name. It's commonly done. It's a lot more commonly done in the old days when before people realized how to do database, that you don't put first name and last name in the same field. People do. And we, the database people, have to go in there and sort it out. We want it to be one. We want to be just first name, last name. We never want to have to go in there and peel out the area code. So if I've got a phone number, if I'm maintaining a database of phone numbers, and that's what I'm doing, I'm always going to have the area code is going to be in a field by itself. The prefix, the first three numbers, a field by themselves. I guess I'm a robo-dialer or something, but that's the way I would do it. A lot of that depends on the database. So one value in a field. And if you have to go in and split it apart, somebody made a mistake back a long time ago. Let's see, what else? And then finally, access by content only. We'll never go in and ask for the first three rows. Is that right? Well, gee, we just did in this chapter. I didn't make a big deal out of it, but they want you to find the top 10%. Or the top 10 records. That violates access by content only because I'm asking for the first 10 records in a set. Okay. And it does, it is, we violate it. And sometimes we don't have any choice, but we just do it anyway. Let's take a peek at the practice test. I think we can get to it. Oh, well, while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and see, this is, okay, test one is not published. Solutions are not published. Have you guys tried to access the test, practice test yet? And can you access it okay?
I can reach it.
What?
You can reach it. I can reach it.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to go over to the web class modules. It should be test one, review and exam. Under test 1, review and exam. Do you see it? You don't see it. You guys see it, but you don't see it. It comes after module 6. And it's right after 6.
Between 6 and 7.
Between 6 and 7. Okay, there should be 2 pages in there, and one of them will be practice test 1. Practice test 1. Practice test. It just gives you the question. They're all just in there in the. There are 9 questions. There may be more than that on the actual test. This gives you an example of what it is. Okay, number 9 is a outer join. So I'm trying to give them to you in words. So number 9, well, let me scroll up here. Number 9 says, you may have noticed that the default terms ID field of the vendors table is not a foreign key. And it isn't. If we tried to add a foreign key constraint, it would fail. It wouldn't fail if I just added the constraint. If I added the constraint and said to check the data for validity before you did it, then it would fail. The bottom line is that there are invalid data in the table, meaning there are invalid parent keys. There are children with invalid parents. Okay. There is no foreign key constraint on it. I believe I could add the foreign key constraint. I probably should go ahead and do that, but I think I will next semester. Bottom line, what kind of a query is that? What are we talking about today? Yeah, just let's just say an outer join, whether it's left or right. It could be written either way. Okay. And I'm going to re-record. I didn't record it in the first place. I'm going to rebroadcast that that part of it, that 45 minutes, and get it recorded. And SQL query that will return the vendor city invoice number. Okay, there's an and. Oh, here it is. Write an SQL join that will find any unused terms. What's that? Unused terms. The terms is the parent. The invoice that has those terms is the child. What is this? This is a parent. I'm looking for childless parents. Number 7 is childless parents. Both those are outer joins. Delete 113. This particular one, it says will require 2 SQL statements. So I want to delete vendor ID 113, but if vendor ID 113 has children, we have to kill them first, okay? Keep your create AP.SQL handy, because if you delete stuff and you mess with those tables, Juana was talking about, I don't want to mess with those, I don't want to change the database any. Go ahead and change the database all you want to, and then when you're done, all you have to do is run that script one, and it'll delete everything and put it back just like it was originally. This one, maybe we need to talk a little bit more about that like operator. I don't think I've covered that very well. Update the vendor. Oh, here's one. This is a parent of orphans. Vendors table, well, that's a default. Vendors table to show 999, 999, 9999 for the phones that are currently null. I don't want to let the, I want it to have no nulls in there, but if I have nulls in there, I have to put something besides null, so I'm going to put all nines. You ever heard the term somebody being at the nines? You ever heard that? At the nines or to the nines? Somebody told me that that's because that the old COBOL cards used 99999 in all fields of the last card. I don't believe that. I don't believe that it's true that that's where it came from, but that's true that they used nines. Yeah, the nines were the end. Pretty straightforward. For here we have create two tables. I think it's two. Owners, vehicles. Okay, I think that's just two tables.
This is everything that we have been doing.
Yeah, well, that's what a test is supposed to be.
The homework. The homework that you have been sending us, that is everything.
Well, that's what a test is supposed to be. It's supposed to be everything we've been doing in class, isn't it? Okay. Well, I'm going to wrap up here. I am going to cover a little bit more detail next time, the like. I see that I have forgotten to cover like, where to find all of them that begin with MA. I don't like that one, but like, not like liking a page, but LIKE is what they call a regular expression. And I will cover that in a little bit more detail in lecture. It's done pretty well in the textbook. I don't have a whole lot to add to it. Okay. Questions? Questions from anybody online?
No, sir.
Okay, Mr. Johnson. Anybody else? Daniel, you okay? Manasi?
I guess the only question I have is for the next week, and then for this week, what was due?
I got you through what was.
What was due for this week, and then what should we? I'm guessing the test through the next week.
Yeah, the let's see. Module 6 will be due. All of Module 6 will be due. I think I made Module 6. Let me double check and see what I've got. Modules. Now, Module 6 has 2 assignments in it. Module 6 is the inner join. So Module 6 I should have given that for today, shouldn't I? Okay, February 15th. I'm sorry, I meant to assign Module 6 Part 1 today. I'm going to go ahead and make that happen, and you guys can just get mad at me because if you're late. Somebody's just turned it in, all right. Let's see. Okay, I forgot to assign that. So Module 6, the inner join assignment should have been due today. But since I have pretty soft due dates, it's okay. It won't hurt anybody. So if you don't get it in today, well, it's due today. Don't get your knickers in too big of a knot over it. Let me make sure that I've assigned it to both classes. I thought I had assigned it. Probably, that's the problem with having two classes that are the same. You always forget to do one of them.
Okay, so which assignments?
Module 6, the Module 6 has two assignments, and it's got an inner join assignment and an outer join assignment. I'm going to make the inner join assignment. I meant to make the inner join assignment due today, so I'm just going to do it. And like I say, since I don't ding you if it isn't turned in by 11, by 12 o'clock tonight, oh well. I don't have so that's just when it should have come around on the guitar. I would make the second part of it due on Friday. So I'd make the second part of this module 6, the outer join assignment. Okay, the outer join assignment will be due on Friday, next Friday. And that will be March 1st. And let's see. These Canvas sheets are difficult to navigate. Practice test 1, I believe, is I will make practice test 1 due also on March 1st.
That's February then.
What?
That's
I
February.
see that. Did I get the other one right?
Yeah, you did. You're in January.
March 1st. Now I'm on January, okay. Now I'm on March.
Now you're on March.
There we go.
Save.
Now I'm going to go to the other one, and I forgot to, I have not assigned the practice test 1 to the online class yet, so I will do that now. I always hate developing these classes because you get so many of these modules and you're trying to go back and forth between them, and it is so painfully slow to do so. Okay, select from where? February 15th, February 22nd. I guess I didn't save this one.
No.
Are we editing?
It's loading.
Yeah.
Okay, click save.
I got it. Okay. Now the next one I want to do is to assign the practice test. Let's see, somebody out there that's listening on the online people, can you see the test 1 practice test okay?
You mean see it in your window or in ours?
Can you see it from your computer? Meaning, can you log into it from Canvas? Not can you see it from here from what I'm doing?
Okay. Give me a second. I'll check it real quick.
Okay. Yeah, check that for me. Okay. Practice test 1 is assigned.
And you need to put due date on practice. That's one discussion.
No, okay. I guess if it keeps you happy.
You don't have to.
Okay, let's see. March 1st there, March 1st. And I grade some because I want you to. Sometimes I won't fool with putting due dates on the discussions and things like that. Or those quizzes and stuff like that. I lots of times I don't put due dates on them. They're just do them.
Okay.
I can see the
Okay.
practice test fine.
You see it? Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Well, if and let's see, you are in the WWW class, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, that's great. If you can see it, then everybody probably can. I'm going to wrap up there. I'm going to have to go do that recording again. So those of you who want to hear it again, what I'll probably do is I'll probably do it later on this afternoon after I get off the train. So I think I'll probably log on at 6 and record that. I'm going to get this one up and running right now, so I'm going to get this little piece of it. The test, well, okay, we need to schedule test 1 at this time. Online people may chime in. And if you're not online or here physically present in the room, I guess you don't have anything to say. I'm thinking I will make the test, I will assign the test on Friday, right at the end of class. I'll make it go live. I will publish the solutions to the practice test probably Wednesday. Wednesday or Thursday, what? Well, I published the solutions to the practice test.
And the exam is at the Pacific time, right?
The test will, I'm seeing the test go live on Friday. I don't want to leave it out there forever. So the test goes live on Friday. And usually that gives you the weekend. I mean, that gives you the weekend. And then I like to leave it a little bit more. I don't want to hit all of somebody's work week or something. If you have a compressor, you work Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you know, but then you're off the rest of the time. I'll always hit somebody's time. What's up? Wanna? Well, that's what we're negotiating right now. We're saying how long of a window should I leave it open? I like 4 days. I like Friday to Saturday, that's 1 day. Sunday, that's 2 days. Monday, that's 3 days. Tuesday at close of business, meaning at close of the business day. So that would be that'll be my plan then. I will make it come active before 5 o'clock on Friday, and it will be due by 5 o'clock on Tuesday. Now, I told you I've got soft deadlines. That one isn't. That one isn't. And I will invariably have somebody screaming at me, well, I meant to save it and I was like 30 seconds late, and I hit 30 seconds late is late. Okay? There will be a significant penalty for missing that one. Now, I'm going to tell you something about it. I put a time limit on it. I say you have, I'm just pulling a number out of the air, 2 hours. I need to take it myself to figure out, 2 hours. I haven't read it yet to do the test. Okay, so you start at 12 o'clock and you're working away, and you look up there and it's 1:50. But you're not at 5 o'clock. It's not 5 o'clock on Tuesday yet. You know, it's Sunday afternoon. And 1:50, you're out of time for that 2 hours. You would do better. There will be a penalty of some kind. You would do better to finish. You may, if you run over that, that's forgiving. Yes, there's a penalty associated, but it is not going to, you're not going to fail. And you would do better if you think that by taking an extra 15 or 20 minutes, you can take it and do better on the test than you should take it. Because the penalty probably won't be a full question. Right? Don't run over the 5 o'clock Tuesday. That's a significant penalty. That I get soggy and hard to light. Okay, are we clear on that? We clear on what the hard one is? When it times off, the test shuts off at 5 o'clock on Tuesday. Now, if we have any argument, I accept arguments on it. If you're listening to this and the recording and you say, no, I've got to work that time and yabba, yabba, yabba and all that, I listen to that. I listen to it before the test. I don't listen to it after the test as an excuse why you didn't get it in on time, but I will work with you before the test. Fair enough? Okay, I'm going to end the recording now. Everybody online happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to end the recording and then I'm going to turn it back on. So I'll be here. You can, if you come back in to the meeting, you'll have to rejoin the meeting because when I end it to start the processing, it's going to throw everybody off. But then what I do is I just turn it right back on. So if you have any questions or you want to work in lab, I will be here until 2 o'clock. Okay, so I'm ending the meeting now. And everybody. Well, there we go. End meeting. Goodbye.